Good morning from sunny Jamaica. Mish, what's the temperature like for you?
Oh my God, it is cold and it has been raining since Thursday. Overcast. It is horrible here. I need to be in Jamaica.
Bright, sunny. We had a little bit of rain last night. Started probably about 4 o'clock or so, but it was just a light drizzle. Just enough for the plants to be happy. Leo, how is the temperature down by your neck of the woods?
No, I look like I'm having a problem. I'm in a t-shirt and a hat and my glasses. That's it. And
Leo,
it's really nice.
I'm not asking nothing about your temperature again.
Okay.
Not asking nothing about your weather. You see when hurricane lift up on down there, me not ask you how you doing. Never again. Let me tell you.
We're fine. I mean, we have temperature of 76, 77, 78 degrees. And we're cool. Not a problem. We have no problem at all.
Lucky you.
No, wow, not
at all. Me look like you forgot move to one or two places them now, you know.
Hey, but nobody now noticed Michelle. I don't need to notice Michelle because she did something special this morning to come on the show. I don't need to notice her. All right, first, look on our ears. Pretty ears ring. Pretty, look like pineapple slice, half a pineapple slice. And the other half on the other side, see? You see? All right.
That's really nice. I was trying to see if it was a part of your background, but that's a fabulous pair of earring. Nice.
I don't understand. I mean, I needed to go put on some ears ring too.
And I like how you have your hair on one side so you kind of show off the earring. That's
we're going to see one ears ring. We're going to see one ears ring. One ears ring.
Fashion statement.
Listen, how can you say in Jamaica, right? How do you say earring? In Jamaican patois, how do you say earring? It's ears ring, right?
Yes, ring.
But it's already pluralized, right?
Yes, ring.
Whether it's 1 year or 2 years, it's still years, right?
Yeah, ears ring.
You have 1 year. One a year's gone, man. 1 year's gone, that kind of thing, right? She have ring for 1 years. I mean, So the thing is, you have to pluralize it no matter what.
Yes.
Yes.
So you never wear no ears ring.
That I don't. I thought about it when I was about 30.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody in America, all of the men in America now wear ears ring.
Yeah.
Whether it bore through the years or is a clip on or a twist on, whatever. Everybody in America, and I thought about it a few times. But because we have young kids, we say, why, one of my fears, well, I can't look too much of my fears. When I was growing, my kids, being a Jamaican, one of my fear was that there are two things that I fear. One, let me leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. But I would not wear an earring because of that.
All right, so you're fearing somebody will look on you and say you're not masculine enough.
Right, and I didn't want my son to grow up effeminate. Like I am effeminate, or he grows up like that. I wanted them to be boy and girl.
That is fair, because I remember that same argument growing up. They used to say why boys are wear earrings for women in Jamaica.
And you could wear either two or one. And most of those guys were doing that back in the days.
Yeah,
I live in Jamaica. I raised my son between the US and the Jamaica, but I allowed him to pierce his ears. He wanted to to put that knob in his ear, and I allowed him to pierce it when he was 17. So
he's still wearing it?
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of boys did it. like my cousins never did, but a lot of boys in our era did. Because they had the one diamond. I think it was a statement to have the diamond.
That's a stud. That's a stud,
Yeah,
right?
the stud, yeah.
Yeah. But when my son got to 18 and he went to college, he was playing Division 1 basketball, and he asked, Lord have mercy, he asked to put on one tattoo. I don't remember if upon him foot or upon him hand. And I couldn't say no because he'd done pretty well in academics and he's done pretty well in basketball. I said no to him, you know? So I said yes, and before me know it, by the time he reached third year college, his whole body full up.
They say I get addicted to tattoos.
Yes, I say I get addicted to
Yeah,
these.
but I never did.
Okay.
I got one, but I never
got one.
Yeah, but I never got addicted.
Okay. Leo, you have a tattoo?
I don't know for your business. I don't know for your business. Okay? I don't know for your business.
No, let me tell you, I know me not ask no more questions.
No, man, I've never been into tattoos. Not for me, you know. I see people with tattoos that are very nice and very nicely placed and stuff. But I've never been into tattoos. I don't know that I could put something on my body where it can't come off that easy.
You can't take it off.
My understanding is that it's in order for you to take it off, you have to go through the
process.
Yeah, so I don't want to do that. So that's it. I love naturality. Is that a good word? But
you have the mark of the beast.
Yeah, but I am still interested in these words that are of Jamaican nature, right? That we can only use in patois. Because how am I going to say? Oh, I have two ears in English, you know, or my daughter has two ears. So ears can only work in patois. Any other word out there, people who the words can only be used in patois?
I don't know. Maybe not. I can't even think off the top of my head. But I think when I say things in patois, it kind of drive home. Like my son, if I say to my son, Adrian, stop doing that, he will continue. But if you say, Adrian, stop it, you see that?
You know, this is a time that I would like to be able to be on air and cuss bad word, because them the time there, right? Them the time there, everybody hear you. Everybody hears, right? Everybody hears, right?
Yeah.
But everybody hear you. Everybody hear you at that time, right? Right. And then you tell them about word, they hear. And hear you good and clear. Yes, it's true. It's true. I look like me. I forget something up, Mr. Mother. Sound good.
You have something you want to get off your chest?
I can't hear you.
You have something you want to get off your chest?
No, I'm just saying that's what I just did. I just got it off of my chest a while ago. But
I'm not saying nothing for my ears. My ears is not hard. I mean, I ask no questions. I mean, I have no ideas. I don't want nobody to my ears hard.
All right. Put what you call it again? What is there? You put your hand here, so you hold your ears around yourself, and then you hold your foot with the.
I'm not going to no corner family. I'm not no primary school. I'm not going no corner.
No, I never did.
I got corner.
I got corner enough.
Really?
And I said, man, no corner.
What is it you used to let the children stand up and hold one foot and one ear?
Yes.
Like that kid. Or they stand up out like this, you know, like how the schools are shaped like a L.
Yeah.
They used to make they stand in the center with the sun.
Everybody can see them.
That was
the hall of shame.
Speaking of primary school, schools are back. Yes. School's back.
What has that school back? School barely back. Next week we will figure if school back.
What do you mean? I thought I saw a news report that school back face to face.
You
Some
see, and
schools.
everything where you see, and everything talk good for eat or everything for eat tougher. So whatever it is. So you found that the private institutions were opening and have been open for a number of months now since school started. Most of the private schools were open. The government schools are reopening and they're expected to have more open come next week. But you know what happening as a result? A lot of us in the private institutions are losing our teachers because government now realize them need more teachers in them classroom and left, right, and center. I don't know if teachers them gone. Left, right, and center, the teacher them are resign from the private school for Ghana government school because they pay more money.
Well, me see a couple of my friends them in the Middle East.
You see that? Them gone. All of them gone.
And the US. And the US is recruiting a lot. North Carolina.
So I tell you, left, right, and center teacher then gone. So
Florida want teachers. Florida want teachers bad.
We don't want teacher bad. We need teacher desperate for and then I learn 2 years now, then I learn nothing.
You know, did you grow up down up Coronation Market somewhere? Because sometimes when you talk, you sound like, you sell something to me down at Coronation Market, banana or something like that, you know.
You know, Leo.
Yeah.
Nah, say nothing.
That is how we just spoke about. Saying it in the raw Jamaican language drives it home.
You see, me say me nah, say nothing.
Yeah, I think
don't talk.
Yeah, I think
That's another thing that Jamaicans say, me don't talk. You see, if your mother ever says she don't talk, woe be unto you know. But after that.
Hey, my mother would go, she said, and then say, you need to tap where I do.
By yourself.
So you're supposed to know what it is that you're doing wrong. I know I'm supposed to tap it.
Yeah, take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself, as they would have said. Take care of yourself.
A lot of comments coming in. Good morning. Juliet said, good morning. Saturday morning, crew. Hope all is well with you. Diana said, finally, I haven't seen Diana in a few weeks.
Diana, hold on. Are you saying Diana or Diana? Diana. Thank you.
I call her Diana.
You call her Diana, and she knows say she calling to you. But come here with your broken English, Miss Leo, to come and try correct.
She said, good morning, Leo, Doc, D, and Michelle. How is everyone?
Good.
And just says, good morning, my beautiful panelists, Queen and King. Also to all fellow listeners, fabulous morning. It's still dark here. It's dark here too. Paulette said, good morning. That's true, Michelle. Diana said, I have one tattoo, got it when I was 16 years old. Shows in the summer if I wear short tops, a small map of Jamaica. Wow, that's nice.
Oh, she represent. She rep Jamaica. Me love that. Okay, all right. Come on.
Yeah, Sandra said, bestie, don't listen to Leo. You have the authority to be hard ears. We have to be here. We want to hear your beautiful voice.
Isn't it? Hold on. Isn't it a mistake? The broken English when Sandra does say, right? You have the authority to be hard ears. That don't make any sense to me. A harder hearing.
Understand her fully, and it's me she talking to, and I understand her fully. Betsy, thank you very much for the advice, and I'm going to explain
hard ears
as best as I can. And make Leo sit down there with the hard ears.
Philip says, Diana, you rock. Like when you talk the patois. I love it too. I just says, my grandmother just give us the evil eye and we know what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
My mother does that.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yes.
Let me tell you, the evil eye was mastered mainly by women and by teachers. But when you sat in church, I don't know, my mother probably never gave us that evil eye much, but I could see other mothers giving the evil eye.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you, when you just catch for them evil eye, you straighten up and it's not your eye.
You know, they have cut eye, different from evil eye, right?
Yeah.
So cut eye, mothers use cut eye to, you know, when they don't want to, when they don't want to feel embarrassed, like the child is over there creating a little fuss. and they don't want to get up and go deal with it, because if they get up, they will feel embarrassed. So then look over and cut their eye, and the kids see the cut eye. It's not evil eye, no. It's cut eye. And you can cut it and then shoot up their mouth like so and level, right? Yeah.
My grandmother used to do that at church. But what was always funny was that she always stare, like looking.
Oh yeah, that one about it.
And then they try to look where.
Yeah! Michelle felt it. Michelle felt it. Yes, remember it too.
Oh my God, that's on the place.
Oh my God.
But it's too late. It's too late at the time, Michelle.
It's too late, man. But it was part that she said, look at you, know, really like her look and the look where she just walk over and give one pinch in your side. And you can't even cry.
I'm going to YouTube, to my YouTube friends.
Let me tell you, we learn in school about communication, and they talk about oral communication and non-oral communication. I think that in Jamaica, growing up, parents mastered non-oral communication, because you knew fully well what a cut eye meant if you saw that cut eye. I mean, the evil eye, you know what that means.
Right,
and if you're out a street, and this is when a parent or a grandparent looks at you in church. But if you're out on the road and let us say some person who your classmate cut your eye, is a different kind of message.
That's different, man. Them the cut eye, I hate cut eye, me hate you. You know, when you're at school and a girl cut the eye off of you, or I hate you. So you may cut the eye. All right. But Sharon says, I use patwa to drive fear in my daughter. She live in America, right? And she would reply, speak English. I thought private school paid more. No. Private school no pay more salary.
They don't.
There's some private schools. The one
Uncle Diana alone get enough money out from private school.
Let me tell you, that is so not true. I am the lowest paid tertiary principal or president on this island. And that is true, without apology. But there is a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment from doing the job that you don't even stop to focus on it, except when you need to send money to foreign and you have to convert what you have in US dollar.
Yeah, that's what my mother always said.
But there's a fulfillment there, Leo, that
I know, I was kidding. But you talk about that back in our days, when we were at Jamaica, the last few years we were at Jamaica, the biggest the biggest business in Jamaica was buying and selling dollars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was every man on the road that buy and sell dollars. I mean, and then walk with wads, wads of American dollars on my tablet. And those days were like $4 or $5 to one, But wads of US dollars on every job. I mean, you could have just walked on the street and sell dollars.
Yeah. They still do it now, I think, in our town at Farm of the Day, because people prefer to go to they call them dollars man, instead of going
to dollars man.
Instead of going to the bank. So you kind of get a better rate and less hassle. So when people traveling, they just go to them, buy up their dollars and travel. Or if they come to Jamaica, they just go there, change out their dollars, and then,
They're always afraid that they're sitting there, It's like you expose yourself to the general public, I'm afraid.
They walk it to a corner.
Eh?
The ones in Falmouth, they walk it to a corner. Like they have
that's my point. I'm so afraid of exposing myself to persons like that.
I don't know that you're any more exposed than going to the banks. So often you go to the bank and you make your own conversion, and by the time you reach out somebody or the other. I remember there used to be some bearers when I was in banking long time, and this is long time, and they would come into the bank wearing a red shirt and them do the transaction and them change them shirt before them got through the bank door, because hoping that whoever was watching them now still waiting, or if somebody calling, somebody say, I'm on red shirt.
Yeah. I every week I see stories of it though, like people leaving the bank and people just grab their bags because they're saying somebody may be in the bank alerting, like once they're coming out, that person have money, so they will grab your bag.
So not any
Um,
safer, my dear. Probably you're safe up on the corner because the little man I go look out for you and say, yo, what that you do?
yeah.
Oh, well. I don't know. I guess my vision there is kind of limited, but yeah, I'm always kind
So
of.
what you're saying, like the guys in Farmers, we know them. But if I go somewhere else, I would be nervous because I don't know them.
Okay.
I know, like in Farmers, everybody know everybody walking along. So it has to be a stranger that's going to rob. So he's gonna stand out. So that's a difference. But I get you.
Never mind, Leo. When you come with the dollars, just come make Michelle carry you go change them.
I'll drive up to wherever you are in
Montego Bay.
Manchester. In Manchester, no. I'll drive up to Manchester and go talk to Diana. I said, Diana, take your money and go change it for me. I hope you come. I hope you
No,
come
well,
back.
they can't come at Trelawney.
You
I hope
want,
you come back.
me must go at Trelawney now, go change it for you and carry back on you.
I hope you come back.
Don't worry, Dr. Diana.
You know,
You will
carry
be
come to
safe.
Manchester, Michelle. Making carry come to Manchester because all me go do, I come down a Falmouth and we just go a mobile, go a hotel.
That's
Yes.
exactly, go splurge, live
Yes,
large,
yes,
you know.
money come.
Hey, and
Yeah,
just
the
like
money
the old
come.
heavy tips, like $10,000 tips.
Yeah.
Yes,
So then
man.
two money are generous.
Hey,
Oh my God. What were we talking about? We're talking about school, going back to school. I mean,
yeah.
it's so nice to hear that we're going because it's been almost 2 years now. COVID has
Yeah.
taken us out, And can you imagine what the teachers are going to be facing now in terms of the abilities of these kids that they left? They're going to be in different classrooms now. So, so it's a start over kind of from fresh kind of a deal. So if they had to go back to the same teachers, oh my God, that would be a big problem because the expectations would be really horrible.
I think that what will have to happen, Leo, is that the mental and emotional state of both the teachers and the students really ought to be realigned because the teachers are going to be concerned that, after 2 years, this child literacy level fall. The parent is going to be concerned and the children going to feel a little bit crushed because they're not reading at their expected level. So there has to be some system that is going to help each other to help the other because the teacher deflated, parents worse deflated, and child feeling dunce.
Oh my, yeah, because I'm telling you, the teachers are going to need some help because they have some challenges that they have to be working out. After being out for 2 years. Hey, by the way, the teacher didn't get paid for the 2 years, right?
Public school teachers remained on the payroll and got paid. Private institutions had sometimes to lay off people or to cut back significantly what they were paying them because you don't have students coming in. Some of them don't come online and them say them don't come school or them come online for 2 days and say, well, them can't pay the full school fee for they now come a full school. So,
it's rough.
Hard.
And then I saw civil servants getting a pay raise. It's time for pay raise again, right? I mean, a pittance still.
Even categorize that as a rape.
A pittance, they call it.
4%. Really?
4%, right?
4%. You ever see how much gas go? No, you wouldn't even know. But let me tell you, for the past 5 weeks, every week the gas price has gone up by $3 per liter. $3 for on a stretch 5 weeks now. $3 at minimum. $3.06, $3.68. And you give somebody an increase of 4%, what are you supposed to do with that?
Why?
Look, job of foreign.
No wonder many of them are leaving to go foreign because
it's hard. It's really hard, and I know that we just need to look at how to improve the productivity levels in Jamaica. We don't have a thriving manufacturing sector. It's like we just repackage everything. If you pick up most of the canned products, it says product of some other far-flung country packaged in
For
Jamaica.
sale. Mm.
You know, so we need to get back, because we talk about unattached youth, we talk about boys not being productive, we talk about the level of criminality, but boys are more inclined to do things with their hands, but them not have no factory work for go get.
Yeah, but factory, a lot of factories or processing need agriculture. How do you? I'm just talking about the agriculture sector now, that chain. How do you create a processing sector when you're planting and you have cameras up on your property and your second boss come tell you have to take it down and kill it? You have to take down camera, because the camera will capture me anytime I come to my goods. Did you see that news report this week? No?
Yeah, I think that
There was
saw
a
it, but
farmer. There's a farmer. It's
it was a farmer.
Yeah, it's a farmer who had his camera up on his property, right? And the boss man, the second owner, come with a gun and say, take down the camera. And the original boss man said, no, me not take down the camera. And him shoot him, kill him. Did you
Yes,
see
it
that?
was an electrician.
No, farmer.
Oh, it was a farmer.
No, Leo, you make we look like we have to go pack up a little dulce.
It's unfair that you can't farm in a Jamaica because somebody come take all your things.
Normal. And I
How is it that? No, don't normalize it. How is
we
it
have
that?
normalized it. It's not me normalizing it, Leo.
How is it
It's
that?
been normalized long before me and you.
How is it then that you're going to create a processing sector when no farm products can get to the processing sector? It's not going to happen. And so if the things are going there, we're going to another country, go get ackee and mackerel and sardine and everything else canned and put label on it, because we cannot do it ourselves, because new bosses are coming and new owners are coming, come take things done. That's why.
I think it can be done. They just need to improve on how they protect the farmers, which they have to do.
You can't protect farmer. Oh, you protect farmer in a broad open land. You protect a man have him cow and him goat out of
well, there are new technologies that are being implemented, which I've seen some farmers have posted that they are using. It's just that the government needs to do more to protect the farmers.
We can't depend on the government for everything. If you know, every time we come on here,
and private sector.
Every time we come on here and we say we identify a problem, the government needs to do more. This is wrong. We have to find a way how to do the things ourselves so that prosperity is possible.
Well, no, me not think so. I agree with Michelle that there are technologies that exist. Let us talk about the farming and the farming operation and the police force. Now, how can they ought to be providing security for the well-being of the Jamaican citizen, correct?
We have 250,000.
We have drone technology and all of those things that they can use to monitor things. So if you say these 1,000 acres down in Trelawney going to grow tomato, and we put a drone to monitor it, and the police not sitting on them phone, but sitting to monitor the thing, the drones that are covering this area, then we can have a manufacturing operation down in Trelawney that is packaging tomato, and it's making tomato ketchup paste, so we don't have to buy it from wherever we buy it from and then put little flavor upon it and put a label upon it. The government need to do it. I agree with Michelle. The technology is there. Use the drone to manage and monitor the you ever drive in a phone?
We have 250,000 smallholder farmers who need protection, who need financial support, who need things, equipment and supplies, and who need proper training to get their products out for production. And we don't have that kind of support. We don't have it.
Could I say something,
Jamaica
Leo?
have it. What Jamaica have it?
Could I say something, Leah? Because you keep saying Jamaica doesn't have it. But I'm not sure if you're watching Parliament based on all their proposals and what they're doing and all the money they're spending and all the proposed changes that they're doing. They do have the resources. They have mentioned it several times. They have mentioned all the improvements they're doing. They just need to implement them.
I don't believe that, because if we
They have
had that,
said it.
we would not have been
You
the
need to
last.
listen to Parliament.
We would not be the last to be to have our people vaccinated. We wouldn't be the last.
That's on us, because the first
we would have had enough police on the force. Instead of 13,000, we should have 100,000. We should have all of our police stations them upgraded with proper.
They are being upgraded.
No. All of our police stations.
Leo,
Have you been to a police station recently? Our police station look like.
But I'm telling you though, I can send you pictures of in every parish they're upgrading these police stations. You want me to send you the pictures?
You know what upgrade mean? You know what upgrade mean in those parishes?
Then lick it down. I will send you some pictures.
I'm patching roof. That's what it means.
All right.
That's not what we're talking about.
Leo, you have coconut water with lime juice, your blood pressure going to go.
Let me drink some coffee, because we can't
coconut water with lime juice.
A cold coffee may drink.
No, that's not good. It's gonna make you worse. But Leo, I don't agree.
Leo, I'm going to send some of the new police stations that are being built, so you see what they are doing, because I don't think you've seen it.
Listen, you can show me 3 police stations, but we have a whole heap of police stations across Jamaica. Me pass them all the time.
Stages.
Okay? Yeah, no.
It's phases.
So I'm saying to you that why is it, if we have the money, why aren't these upgrades done from long time? Why aren't our schools upgraded long time? Why don't we have basic school with money? Why don't we have enough money to pay a teacher? Why don't we have enough money to pay a nurse? Why don't we have money to build our hospital? We don't have any money. We don't have money.
Yes.
And so we can't turn to them. We
don't have no money, but we do have some money. And what some money that we have down here, we probably have not used it wisely. The government has a responsibility to manage the proceeds and to manage my taxes, because every month I have to pay the taxes. No, I must get some security. So when I choose to raise 2 goat down wherever I raise in my 2 goat them, I must have some money turned from the police. I shouldn't have to say to my other goat farmers, we all need to come together to protect ourselves. No, the system should support me, should protect me.
Okay, all right. Jumping into where we are right now. Something happened to my thing. VM said, Leo, what you're saying is not true. Sandra said, Leo, may I cut my eye at you right now. Listen, stop yelling. Maxine said, what is the definition of upgrading? Certainly, it is just not about painting the roofing. What about equipment, technology, strategies, vision, and mission? That's what I'm saying. That's what they're doing. I have to agree on the point on what is upgrading. So again, what is a priority of the government? Jean said, blessing, respect, and honor everyone. No, to be honest, Leo, I'm just saying this. What I've seen, because I've watched what they're doing, and I've seen they're going through, like in St. James, they have upgraded, meaning they lit down the whole building. They're upgrading, like it's taking time, but they are doing it. And I could send you pictures now and videos of what
my point
doing.
Is
they're upgrading the, so it's taking time. Yeah, you're not gonna fix it one
my
day.
Point is
it's taking time.
My point is not what we are going to do in the future. I am saying we could not have had the money and not spending it, because every day we hear teacher, I say they don't have enough money. Every day we look on the school they want to upgrade. Every day we look up the nurse and got them to leave country. The teachers are leave because they don't have enough money. Why is it that we are saying we need to depend on the government to do these things when we know that
we have them in the we're not a free state. That's why we have government. That's why we have government. The duty of the government. That's why we voted for them. That's why we have government.
Yes, no, they have a responsibility to us. I don't know that I should have to pay my taxes, that I should have to work so hard to pay my taxes. compulsory and then have to seek my own protection. It's not fair. Or I have to carve out alternate routes so that I can have a proper education. It's really not fair. There are certain basic things that the government must commit and must remain committed to provide. And fundamental in that is security. So when I choose to become a farmer, I shouldn't have to say, well, boy, I can't farm because the man are gonna come teach me. Or may I put up one little camera. You are telling me so almost, you see that, Leo? You are telling me so almost secure with oneself, but you tell me just while ago said the man is securing property and the other boss shoot him.
No, I mean,
Yeah, but the thing
listen.
is that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I was saying the thing is that it's a partnership because yes, the private sector, private citizens have to work with the government. So if I have a security system, I should be able to put it on the government system for backing because that's what's going to happen. Like they use the resources. So if I have camera, I should be able to say, all right, the police can tap into my camera and also help to monitor the area. So it's just a partnership with both. But I don't understand why you're saying the government shouldn't do anything. Like, why shouldn't
No, Leo, not saying that the government shouldn't do anything. He's just frustrated and he overwhelmed by frustration that he's not seeing enough happening fast enough. And I can agree. It's a little bit torn because I understand his frustration.
I get it.
And because I am here, I can see it. And the truth is too that Leo is probably frustrated because, and I'm speaking for him as his attorney, he's perhaps further frustrated because there doesn't seem to be any prioritizing of things. So rather than busy a lick down police station down in St. James that probably never need licking down, you would have been better off catering to the education of the students and focusing more on that. But the priority is always with a political incline. You understand? So it is far more politically prudent for them to lick down the police station and say them build new police station. Then I have enough police to put in there. Then I have no new technology I put in there, but you have new police station. And hopefully, like how we don't investigate much as Jamaicans, we now go look for say, but all right, so them build new police station. Did they put in the 50 new police officers that are needed to service these communities? No, we don't.
And do they have a technological advancement inside there so that they don't have to use the big books anymore? Because
I don't know. Big books still around.
They said they're moving away from that.
When that new building come, I'm still going to see Sergeant. What you said? Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Okay.
They said they're moving away. They said they're moving away from that. They even the ticketing system, they're moving away from the books.
About the ticketing
they
system,
have new technology.
What about the ticketing? Something coming in the news this week about ticketing system. What was it?
So this government, our government is fabulous, efficient. There are some laws that have taken years to pass, and however, one law that will ensure, what was that, Mish?
That said they don't even pass. Like you're saying, years to pass. They don't even pass.
Yes, even years, and it's still not passed, and still are discussing and negotiate. However, in the stroke of less than a day, we were able to make all necessary adjustments and amendments so that they make sure them can collect charges, them can find me as a motorist, and them can charge me every which way, any which way, in stitch of a moment. However, we can't adjust the law. It took us forever to be able to look for sexual harassment. It's taking us forever to allow other institutions to accredit themselves in the education sector.
You won't take off Obia
It's taking forever to take Obia off it as a thing. It takes and however, as it related to charging fine to the motorists, them who are already overburdened with gas price, to fine them and to charge them penalties for whatever offenses on the road could pass through like
that.
Just like that.
I was surprised, but they keep saying they can't get it done. They can't get it done. Like everything you ask, they can't get it done.
Okay. So hold on there. There was something about previous tickets that's sitting on the books uncollected. What was that related to the new? What is it? Can you help me?
Leo, I don't know none about no previous ticket. I have none. But for those people who have them, I don't blame them, because here it is. that the technology has failed. They don't put the technology in place to make sure that if I get written a ticket in Montego Bay, I don't have to go to Montego Bay to go to the courthouse. I should be able to just go to a courthouse to deal with the matter. You're gonna expect me if you go drive go a mobile if you go answer yes, Your Honor.
But I think another issue is that I think some of the parliamentarians raised was that they didn't have enough time to actually review the document to
But they
see
passed
what
it
needs
though.
to be changed or what needs to be done. Even Floyd Morris, which was really hurt me because he is disabled and he
Yes.
raised it and he said, I haven't had an opportunity to read the document, much less to vote on this document. And they went ahead anyway.
Yeah, because the
Vote on
government,
this
the
because
government
it's a-
senators just vote it in. Them come with a mandate and them just put it in and they're going to impose it on the Jamaican people. Them don't care. It's not a matter of
and that's the
caring for
problem.
the people. You don't care for the people like that. You don't even
Yeah,
give
and
the man
that's the
who's
problem.
blind in parliament. The senator is blind. The
But
man
somebody,
who
let me
is
tell you what
blind
somebody
is
do. Let me
I
tell you
understand.
what happened. Let me tell you so what happened. Someone went in and go sit down and say, we lose a lot of money during this pandemic, We have to find a way how to collect this money back, right? And what is the fastest way to collect this money back? We have 500,000 car on the road. And if we can collect, $200, $500 per car per day, we can make our money back. We can, that's the fastest way. Think about it. It's the quickest way to make money.
But it was before COVID. They were unfairly charging people.
But I'm saying them pass the law right now because they need money. So they can do the law quick so that them listen, prepare to be getting 2 tickets between Montego Bay and going back to Kingston, okay? Prepare. Because that's what's going to happen. Police is going to be out on the road issuing a lot of tickets now because they need money. It's not about whether or not you drive 5 miles an hour over the speed limit and then can give you a break. You are driving 1 mile an hour over the speed limit and then can give you a break. They're not going to do that anymore. You are going, if you're over the speed limit by 1 point, you're gone. Trust me.
Well, I hope all the Jamaican drivers know that within the law, you can drive 10 miles, whatever, over the speed limit, and you're not entitled to no tickets or not to take the ticket. Okay.
Are you sure the new law is up? Are you sure the law?
The new law, I mean, I stick to that, the law.
That's the old law.
Come bail me for me.
No. But the thing is that it's like, I'm just always confused because usually when they have new proposal, usually you go around and you try to educate people about this new, what is going to happen, what, so people understand. Nothing. It's just.
So the law just sign it and they come in the next day. They
worked the entire process.
And they were bragging.
And then the law is now in effect in 6 months.
As of Monday, low beyond to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Charge you more money now, can definitely charge you.
And it kind of sad and it kind of unjust. And that is my problem.
Take some comments.
If you had given time.
Unjust. Me like that term.
Oh, there's some people on YouTube. Hold on, let me see what I say. Sharon said the government prioritizes benefits them and not the public. That's true. Andrea says, seriously speaking, we need to first tackle corruption at all levels. This spills over into parliament, the police force, and the church. Andrea says, slapping on paint to the police station, don't deal with the it's the root of true. But
no, it's not just paint. It's that when I saw the buildings that they upgraded, it was like some board house. Like I guess they were the first police station ever built. Like they didn't have proper.
There is nothing wrong with the board house.
That they were missing. They were
but them could fix them back, and then could have them as historic things where we can identify with. We just quick for throw where we look at all building them and all the character that come in the architecture. For them Chinese thing where there's a pop up all over the place. We just quick to throw out our culture.
And the hard thing about it is that they're going to take the same technology from the old building and put technology about. Is there something I call technology in a police station? Take the same technology from that police station, the writing, the big old book, and everything and put it back in the new building? What is the difference? That building.
Okay, Maxine said Obia is culturally. Sandra said, Queen Michelle, love your mug. Jean says they are
So of all the things we have discussed, right? Sandra, like Michelle mug, of all the serious things we have about.
Marley and
Me not like it. Me not like it because I'm anon. Me not anon.
like it too. Me not have none, but me like
Of
it.
all the things we have talked about, you pick up Michelle mug.
Then Leo, she like the mug. What's wrong with her liking the mug? Me like the mug.
That is a definition of bad mind. If you're looking at what is bad mind. Philip says they have money, but not being used in the appropriate areas. Jean said, runway, yes, the government light and water commission to thief. Jean said, you can't even protect your own property again.
Exactly.
Sandra said, corrupt government equal little or no solutions. Jean said they are investing in areas that don't make sense.
Absolutely.
Sandra said, vote Queen Diana for Prime Minister ASAP. Jean said, it's not motorists alone. I have a property. No one is there over 1 year. I just pay a part of the water bill. The tenant left. They turn it on, then charge me over $83,000. Wow.
Let me tell you
Jean
something.
said,
Sorry.
Leo, everyone on the government business at them are overcharge us. Sandra says, between the gas and the tickets, people are going to be forced to going back to donkeys. Sandra said, Queen Michelle is missing a lot of the comments. I don't know what happened, but yeah, some of them, I just read what's there.
Our leaders nowadays is just about, they're just about taking picture for one item. What they do. Like,
yeah,
you fix a road down the street. That is supposed to be your duty. I don't need to see you taking picture of the road. We just fix up the road. We just fix up half a mile of road. Who gives a rat's ass? That's your job. Me not supposed to
give a rat's ass, Leo, because I have to drive on and mash up my
car. But me don't want you. But I don't want the leader to be taking picture on the road.
I mean, I need no picture for true.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying to you that I care because I was going home one evening and I dropped into a pothole. It was filled with water and it bust my tire.
I am not saying that the road does not need it. Stop it. I am saying, Mr. Me don't want to see the leader them in front of the road and take pictures. Me just fix it.
But me don't want you to throw out the baby with the bath water because me don't want them stop fix the road.
Yeah, man, they're fixing. They're doing a good job.
Remember, they say we don't want no road fix and we don't want no care package for. Remember that one in there, no. Don't come begging for care packages or roads to be fixed.
I'm sure, yeah. Me hear that day. Jesus Christ, what a wicked smarter. Why? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
don't watch Parliament.
She says, Michelle and Diana, if things were so rosy, the politicians have resources. Are they lying to the diaspora because them always are come out and beg money over here?
Things rosy?
Yeah,
well, I'm not saying it's rosy. I listen to Parliament.
Yeah, but
when I listen to Parliament, I'm looking at what they're saying they have and what has been budgeted for different projects. The issue is, not because you say you have $100, mean you go spend the $100 for what it's earmarked to be spent for. Mismanagement, as we've seen, like after years, they say, oh, that person took the money. They don't know where the money went. They paid for birthday party and all that stuff. So it's just where when they do earmark this money, they have to have people who will do the right thing, yeah, and implement policies and implement the programs and ensure that the money is spent accurately and for the proper purpose.
Yes,
that's the issue.
I agree with Michelle. Implementation needs to be monitored, and at the end of it too, there needs to be an evaluation process where we say, well, okay, did we get what was intended? But there are those checks and balances are often void, absent, not contemplated, because it's not politically prudent for those persons who have the power to be accountable to me or to be accountable to you. In fact, in terms of accountability, there is a Jamaican organization that has been set up to monitor JAMP or something, I think is the name of it, accountability portal, something
called JAMP.
JAMP. We need to probably engage with them one day to get how does this work, because Michelle, how it is set up to keep the MPs or the ministers accountable to what they say
I
they're
don't
going
care
to do.
about that.
Well, yeah, what JAMP does, it provides a platform to show who spend what, where, and whether or not them do it in a timely manner, or whether or not them out of date with them responses to this to spend the expenditure that them supposed to, or whether or not they're supposed to send a report in and they didn't send a report in. It's not really saying that you are corrupt. It want you to go in and look at it and say, oh, my minister corrupt because him do this and do that. Yeah.
But I don't think they even care anymore at this point.
I don't think so, because too much of it.
Because even the other day they had a sitting where, what's his name, Montague, was being asked questions about the investment. I think it was the
at the airport, the investment.
And the Speaker of the House, basically, I don't think it's her duty. Shut it down, like, how dare you ask that question? No, but the people need to know the answer. It's important to us. So they're protecting each other. And that's why
he's answering questions from Parliament, and they're
asking him questions.
Are you not answering, and the Speaker of the House shut it down?
Collectively, they all shut down these questions, because it was the same thing when questions were being asked about the Ministry of Education, and they just closed ranks to not have the minister to answer the questions, and so they closed the ranks again to not have.
So it's a game being played. It's a game being played.
Yeah. And I don't think that's how Parliament should operate, because I remember always watching Parliament as a young child. Like, you see people back to back going arguing, and now it's like if the Speaker say, I don't want you to answer, you don't have to answer, and it should not be that way. She should not be telling people what to do, protecting anybody. So now we don't know the answers. That's why people keep saying they're corrupt. We don't know.
Is the Speaker from the majority house?
Obviously,
yes, the majority house appoints the Speaker.
And
there needs to be some equity.
And she keeps doing this over and over.
Wow.
Because if I have somebody asking, because we want to hear, we want to know, it's a lot of money. We need to know, especially as you said, Leo, education need money. There's so much other areas that need money. We need to know what's going on.
Hold on. What was the charge? What was the charge? Was that a corrupt move?
What happened was that the member of the board of the airport authorities has a company, and the company was offering shares. And the public entity, the airport authorities, bought $3 million worth of shares in this new company, for which a member sits on
the board. Yes. Oh my God!
And yes, and so people are asking, and then coupled with that is that since then the value of that company has fallen. So the investment of $3 million is already not worth that. But so that's one of the things that they were trying to extract a position on. Then there was another one for the Ministry of Education as it relates to Jamaica College, and the fact that they had Mr. Reed and Mr. Robinson both being paid each month for the positions of principal and getting housing and all of that. And so the minister says it's the JC board that has to make a decision as to what is going to happen. And JC board says, no, you have the authority.
Who's Robinson? Who's Robinson?
The acting principal at JC now.
Okay, so he's supposed to be getting money too?
Well, he's the acting principal person who is there.
Oh, yeah,
He's
okay.
not
So,
back there yet.
Yeah, but as you said that, it just dawned on me. They're saying they cannot do anything because some on the policy where they have to continue paying him and they can't change it. Parliament have to make changes. So why don't call another emergency meeting to change it?
and change the law. And
This
change
is
the law.
important.
Change the law quick, right?
It's important.
Well,
True. You have a point. You have a
I
good point.
don't know that that can happen because
But the
whatever.
precedent has been
Yeah,
set. They,
precedent
they,
has
they
been
show
set.
that it is
Yeah.
it's
They
They
can
can't-
do it.
They
Philip
can't just get it out. Yeah. Go ahead.
Philip said we need to go back to the basic. Fix up one community at a time, more from the local government representative. Yeah, local government need to do more. But the thing is that it's not even local government fault because they're doing their duty, but then the MPs are saying they're doing it. So it confuses the hell out of everybody. Who is doing what? Philip said need more accountability
But
at all
you see,
levels.
it goes to the MP because what they have done is to be taking the money from the local government, from the parish councils, and give the money now to the MPs. And one of the things too that they were quarreling about the other day is the farm worker tickets, because they used to give the councillors, each councillor would get 5 tickets. Now they're getting 0 ticket for farm work, and only the MPs get the farm work ticket.
I just want to go back to it. Andrea Chin says goes back to corruption, Diana. Imagine the speaker shutting down the question. What she's saying, Michelle, is that by virtue of the speaker shutting down the question and answer session,
Yeah.
that is corruption in itself.
Yeah, and they're covering up. Like
And
to
that's
me,
why
they're covering up.
I ask you if the speaker is by majorities, but from the majority party.
They just
But
this is why it's important that you can't have the balance. It's not
Yes.
evenly balanced, and
Yes.
that is why no matter what you say or what is done, it will only go one way. So don't be surprised. It's only go no. To me, I've never seen a JLP stand out and oppose anything. They just
cannot.
willfully, because I know not most of them don't like when I see them taking the pictures yesterday. I was like, half of them don't even know what this was. They just know they're supposed to show up to vote. I don't even think they understood what they voted for and how it
They
might
never
impact
read
their
it, and they have a
constituents.
duty to us. They have a duty to read the damn
Exactly.
document them and to understand it.
Exactly, and engage their constituents to see how it's going to impact them and what they want them to represent
They
them
don't
for.
care.
You know, I saw a funny video this week. 2 policemen. Why? I'm breaking the conversation there, boy. Because Michelle looked like you want to go through it. She
Michelle
breaks
takes
bad.
to heart.
No, I'm not taking it too hard, but that's the problem. Like when you're taking it now and you're joking, it's like this is why people don't
No,
do
me not-
this serious.
But Michelle,
Like-
Michelle is the only way to keep ourselves sane in Jamaica.
Yes.
It's the only way for me. I have to take bad
Hard,
things with
because
laugh, because
lucky.
other than that, I just drive myself
It's
nuts.
hard. It's hard, Michelle. It's hard. It's hard.
Bad
because
things
No,
like
Mr.
laugh.
They're lucky.
it's
They're
coming at
lucky.
you. It's not coming at you one direction. It's coming at you from all different directions.
And
All
the thing
different
is that's why now I say I understand why people are not involved in the process. And I'm telling you, like even the last election, talking to people say go vote. They say no.
It's a waste of
Like
time. Waste of time.
it's a waste of time, and that's why the number keeps going low because you see, and then people just take it for a joke. They don't even care what happened because it's like, oh, it's not affecting me. Yeah, I mean,
It's
but
it-
tell your
it's,
joke.
it's
It's
hard.
okay.
It's hard because listen to this, Michelle. We can stay here all day long and talk about the seriousness of politics in Jamaica. Is it making any difference?
No, it's not.
No, it might not. So we
They
just
don't
have
care.
beat up with tongue. I have to be when I'm talking here on the show. I have to take Diana into consideration when I make my points because she lives there. I have to think about whether or not I am saying something that's going to affect Diana down the road because she lived down there. She have to deal with it. And so if she have to deal with it, we don't have to deal with it. You understand? So
Yo, no one mother come
You
straight
do.
to me.
see our
Yo,
coronation thing.
come take up for me.
But Leo, it impact you too. Because when I go to Jamaica and you the drive, you know, I
That's
drive
right.
all
You're
over the
right.
world.
You're right. I'm there very often, right? But the thing is, she have to live with it, and everybody know which part she there. We can depend on one part of the island, and they don't know some other so still, But they know which part she there. She own house, she own land.
Yo, man. My gold,
Yeah,
mom.
it is what it is.
Wow!
No, but to be honest, it is what it is. People are not engaged in the whole process. They're no longer as engaged as in prior years. Because I remember back in the day, as a child, I used to see people, I used to see people sit on the roadside and then just talk about politics or then say, how, like arguing, talking, but not to fight, but just talking. Yeah. I don't see that anymore. Nobody really cares. If you try to have a conversation, they say, oh, whatever. Nobody cares.
You're quite right, Michelle, that we're not as engaged in the process. And I think that there's probably been a deliberate attempt not to educate the people about things that are happening. So whatever story you come and just throw at them, or whatever is the circumstances that they seem to think that they could benefit from. Because to fall for things like, oh, what kind of brand shoes somebody wearing and all of them foolishness, them trivial things.
I mean, that was the craziest thing a couple of years ago.
It's an insult to my integrity. I can't conjure up a Michael Manley. I can't conjure up a Edward Seaga. I can't conjure up Bustamante having this kind of an approach.
Yes.
People need to at a higher level. Educate the people.
You need to go and buy your Clarks.
Yeah, because the thing, I raise a valid point because
you need to go and buy your Clarks.
Yeah, because I listen to
Michelle. You to Michelle.
4%.
You to Michelle.
To buy that.
Not buy your Clarks.
When you come now and show me that, and I not working.
You stick up somebody.
Come to buy that.
You stick up somebody.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny as you said, Dr. Dennock. I remember like Eddie, like I used to listen to him. Like when you hear Eddie talk and you hear Bruce Golding, oh my God, like when you hear them talk about policy, no, it's just foolishness they're talking about. The only response now I see, like even when people were saying about them going to this meeting, the only thing I heard come out of these young politician mouth is that, oh yeah, it was Omar Davis who did it. And like, what Omar did it, but you guys implemented it.
So what is a new thing that they have brought in since Omar done? Oh, no, but I call up with Davis.
Nothing.
What have they done since Omar from when?
Diana Davis. Okay. Diana Davis.
Yeah, so everything is like.
Leave it right there. Leave it right there.
No, so it just amazes me because the response to every argument is, oh, a PNP do it or a JLP.
What have they done? So what has it
listen, I don't want us to get to the PNP and JLP thing. I'm not really.
That's I want it to be out of it. That's what I'm saying. Deeper than that. It needs to stay out of it. People should not be like, oh, to shut down arguments, or a PNP do it or a JLP. That's not it. We have to look at what's been done and how it's impacting.
For the Jamaican people, what is best for the Jamaican population?
All right.
No.
I think we just should take some comments. Just take some comments and we
nobody not comment. Philip said, Millicent said, parliamentary talk fest with no intention of sustainable implementation. Constant hoodwinking of the populace. Peter Gay said, good morning.
There's no transparency with this government. Every move is calculated to protect each other. It's happened in both parties, and I agree.
Both parties do it. It's both parties, to be honest.
So Diana, are you sending me the video this week with the two policemen?
Yes, the two policemen them was at it with each other.
That was funny.
That was funny.
That was so funny.
It's not funny.
Well,
Michelle did send it. Did you post it?
Michelle said it. Michelle said it.
I'm said it. Me
But
not find it funny.
I found that really funny. Let me tell you why.
How is it funny? How?
It's funny because one policeman never know that the other man was a policeman, and he come act like that one in a horse race with me. Pull up, back up, right? And this guy said, listen, I'm a policeman, you can't talk to me then with it. And okay, what is your name? The guy said, I am not telling you my name. That's funny stuff. And it didn't, listen, it could have gotten to the point where this one would have drawn up a gun. But it was nice to see that he didn't draw a gun because he found out that there's a guy's a police. That is a good thing. I show him up and he's on video. Him should fire him. They should fire this guy.
Well,
I want him fired.
who you
Well,
want fired?
The one
big
where
man.
they keep asking
Inspector.
for the yes. Yeah, I think he was way out of line.
still find
That's
funny.
how you would
That is
treat.
sad.
That is how you would treat
Yes.
a normal citizen. That's
That's
what
what
he
I'm
came out
saying.
to us.
It's
Yes.
not funny. That is
Yeah.
how they treat
Yeah.
people. That I literally
I was-
see them treat people like that.
Yeah.
Like them a little boy. So
It
this
was-
is
Right.
sad.
And that's
Oh,
true,
man.
Michelle. And I understand what you're saying, that it's funny because hey, you got caught.
You got caught.
That's the funny part, that hey, you
Yeah.
got caught.
But
It's
look how
not
much time they
funny
got
what-
caught on camera and nothing
Yes.
came out of it. Look how
But
many
we
times
don't
they're
know.
actually
Probably with a
caught.
little pressure, something might come out of it. But I think what is funny is that he got caught.
He got
But
caught.
you know, it is not
In the cookie jar.
unusual. It is not even outside. It is unfortunate that this policeman was not in his
Please.
uniform, and him drawing him gun on a citizen.
Disrespectful.
On a citizen.
And a citizen.
You understand?
Yes,
Because he didn't
suppose.
know at that time that it was a colleague.
Police.
So
He
he
got
is
caught.
out of uniform
Disrespectful.
and drawing his gun. But I'll tell you a story. The policeman stopped me, and the first thing the policeman come to me and say is, "Who for vehicle?"
You know, some
Miracle,
say
Jesus
that hurt
Christ.
you. You know how me know it hurt you, Dr. Diana? He has said this story a million times.
It hurt me. Michelle, let me tell you, it hurt me.
He hurt you
The
to the
policeman come
core.
over as their who for vehicle. Now, why you tell a policeman?
Police, we need to go look for him. You remember my name?
No, sir. Must have run a long time. Somebody must have drive somebody vehicle.
And a government vehicle I drive to. A government vehicle I drive, right?
Out the
understand.
order. There need to be, what I want is a public reprimand of him, and we see the outcome go into outer order.
But I'd like to hear from our audience about their experience with police officers in Jamaica. Is it good? Is it bad? Tell us what your experiences have been.
Okay, before the comments, I don't see any comment, but I've always had good experience with the police officers.
Well, if you wear them kind of nice earring there, you get them kind of nice
Yes,
earring.
I always have a
What
smile.
do you expect? What do you expect?
Yes,
Especially those in Trelawney. They are respectful for the most part. I could say that. Trelawney is just a different breed of people. That's all I can say.
different country.
So I said,
Guys, give us your experience, your worst experience with a police officer. I want to hear it. Let's put it here.
Good. And you're good.
Right? Give us your worst experience and your best experience with the police officer.
with the police officer. John said, good morning from Bermuda. VM said the video was not funny at all. Jean says this to show how unprofessional he is. Sandra said, instead of everyone getting a stroke and high blood pressure over the government, I already mentioned the easiest solution. Vote for Queen Diana. Cortez says, very unprofessional behavior indeed. Dude says, the video was embarrassing, not funny. Inspector appears drunk as a bat. The video highlights the lack of...
He was an inspector, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus,
In community relations and communication skills.
How do you make a person like that inspector?
Well,
No, but
Conway
because
says,
of my
I
name.
don't think he's drunk, just a hooligan.
Jean said, it shows how they treat law-abiding citizens. Joan said, I truly hope and pray that the police inspector is dealt with by the JCF. Just say, oh, you're right, that Conway said, I don't think he's drunk, he's a hooligan. Peter said, I didn't live in Jamaica long enough to encounter the police. Diana said, I saw that video, my grandpa sent it to me. The cops arguing so unprofessionally. Visiting Jamaica, great experience with cops. Yeah, I had some great experience. I remember one time our car, the car we're driving in, we had a flat tire and the police drove up behind us and they changed it.
Were you in Trelawney?
Yes, we were in Trelawney. We're
Okay, so
heading out.
here Andrea says, and I quote, Michelle, them know you, that's why. Okay?
So, you know, because I haven't
Them know you.
their years.
Them know you, that's why they treat you like that. Go, leave Trelawney and go to St. Thomas and see. All right, that's what you need to do. Leave Trinidad and go St. Thomas. Give us your worst and your best experience with police officers in Jamaica. I want to hear. Me, I had a bad one. I had a bad one earlier this year during COVID. A bad one, and I didn't like it at all. You know, I joke about it now, but let me tell you something. If I were a different person, I probably would be in jail. Yes, in a jail. You know, so yeah.
But at least we don't have to carry food for you.
Sharon said, yeah, cigarette. Sharon said the bullet should be fired. The bullet should be fired because that's how they treat the regular citizens. Truth.
Yep, that's true.
Oh, I guess nobody have bad experiences with the Jamaican people.
I want give them some time. Give them some time. This will tell you. I want to hear most people who travel on the roads in Jamaica have had some kind of experience. Not have to be bad. I want to hear the good ones too. You tell me exactly what your good experience is. I've had some good ones.
Yeah,
you know,
I've had a recent good one, and I can share a recent good experience that I have. So I was driving on the highway, and the police going west, right?
And you're going east?
I was going west.
Okay.
Okay. So
I thought you were saying that both of you going in different directions.
No. So I'm on the highway, and there's a section now where the police come off the highway, and they're down in a little ditch, and they stay on the back of a van in the ditch to try and catch you speeding when you're coming down, and then they run out to catch you. But it wasn't quick enough for me. Jump off of the van, I just step on the van and say,
Diana, that's not the thing we're talking about.
That's a good experience.
For her.
That's a good experience.
For her.
Jump off of the van and I rush out. I step on him and I said, no. Experience.
You know, I hope
Don't say John said the sergeant must now make a formal complaint.
And he probably won't. And he probably won't. He probably won't
get no promotion. No more
and another experience in Trelawney. While we were walking around the town, they have undercover officers that walk around like in plain clothes. Kind of because we have the tourists now. And I was standing there with one of my neighbors, and they walked up and asked if everything is okay, if I'm good, you know, like because like how my neighbor was dressed, which I think it was kind of unfair.
Michelle, I am not buying.
But it was good to see them asking, you know.
They were checking on
you. Me now buy you that, Michelle, because you live at Trelawney, you come from Trelawney, all of them know you. So no, I'm not buying that.
No.
But Diana got you.
Who come from Trelawney probably get treated same way.
Right, because you come from Trelawney.
Who come from other country, other parishes.
No, because they know Michelle. Because they know Michelle.
No, man, I don't think
No. I'm not buying that. Not buying that at all.
No, it's not because I'm not. They're just good people. You have some good police officers.
I do know that they have good police. I do know that.
Who are police officers.
Okay, so hold on. Which part Trelawney start again? Trelawney start a Salt Marsh and it end down a which part? With the place name?
Greenwood.
Huh? Greenwood.
Yeah.
And then
and the end. Outside Bracco.
Bracco, right? All right, so we look, me say, how much police stop me get from me reach Bracco.
No, man.
There's two stops.
When I got Discovery Bay.
They stop you at Duncan's. They stop you at Duncan's. Just say you come out at Duncan's, you buy yourself and then round the corner. No, man, me not like them.
Make sure you're safe.
Me not like them. Me not like them, the policeman. No.
Make sure you're safe.
Miss some comments.
Yeah, some comments. VM said, okay, Horton said foot heavy on the gas pedal, lady.
This is the prime minister. This is the prime minister we're talking about now.
Prime minister
running from police officer. They might run from police officer. All right.
VM said, visiting Jamaica, and we were driving on the Junction Road, and two cops pulled us over. They wanted money, like thousands of dollars. We had to pay them.
They want lunch money. I true, remember them the one day. They want, they say, what? Give me a lunch. Give them a lunch money. What I say, thank you, boss. And then God, all right, so we're good.
Okay.
I
Angela
know
said
how
good
good that is.
morning. Angela said good morning. My siblings and I had a very bad experience with the police from Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. We were stopped, gun drawn, curse words, etc. Get out of the F van. Treat us like wild goats. One of the reasons why I haven't visited in 2 years. Oh my,
Oh,
that's
I'm so sorry to
unfortunate.
hear that. And in a St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth,
Yeah.
of all the places. Yeah?
John said Chalon is my birth parish.
We don't want to hear it, John. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it.
Diana said,
No fake. No fake.
Doc D, I used to do that as a teenager. They chased me home one Sunday morning early. I beat them home on the back roads in my neighborhood. Sandra said, no, Trelawney started at Wilshire, not Greenwood. I live in Greenwood. That is true, Sandra, but remember they had a little confusion of where. You know what? I had a bad experience.
St. James.
As this person talk about her experience, I had a bad experience with police.
In Chilani? This is what I talk about. That's my point. My point.
It was St. Anne's Bay.
My point.
You know that little stretch from Discovery Bay?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they always wait for you to come
right
in.
Up,
and
right.
I don't know why. Nobody never hit them before. But they just jump out in the
right
road.
Right at Puerto Rico. Right at Puerto Rico. Yeah.
That was crazy. I thought it was a gunman.
Actually, you know something? They're right there, right next to the ship. And then they're close to where that place is. After you pass Discovery Bay going towards that restaurant. Yeah, they always stop there. So within 2 miles, there are 2 police stops.
Yeah, and they always jump out with gun. And I'm like, why would you do that in the dead of night? I'm surprised they weren't.
It's because you're from Chilani.
No, if I were me to drive, oh my God, they would not get licked because I would be so scared because I thought it was a gunman.
Yeah, I don't know why policemen seem to want to jump out into the middle of the street and stop you. That makes sense to me. And that's the only place in the world I see policemen do that Jamaica. They jump out there as though they can't tap car. You know?
Jump out the road and not expect people to try to avoid them. Crazy.
Okay. Horton said, I really don't drive in Jamaica. My niece neighbors usually drive me around. Niece was pulled over in traffic stop. The experience wasn't bad. Sandra Sterling said, Queen Michelle owns Trelawney.
Yes. Once you come out of Trelawney, you get bad treatment.
Different breed. Different things happen.
Okay.
But I remember you guys are right. Another time we stopped with our friends at the KFC in Ocho Rios, and the police have the nerve to want to search the vehicles. I had to say, no, you cannot. And then the guy was like, oh, you come from foreign, right? And then
So you see, you're very biased when it comes to Trelawney. That's it.
Yeah, because we have the best, you know.
As soon as you step out, as soon as you step out, things go bad.
They're well trained. They're trained.
We have a comment here on YouTube. Leo, it's called entrapment. That is what they always practice. Always position at points where the speed limit just change. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. And nobody now question it. Then just take it and let me try. Believe me now, you're going to see much more with this a new liar. You're going to see enough more police out on the road.
Yeah, but people can't go to court, go fight, because my understanding is that the ticket cost is more expensive than if you go to court. So people go fight the case.
Go clog up the court.
Fight it.
Go clog up the court.
No, but let me tell you, it's really clogging up the court because it's not, I mean, you spend forever when you go to the courthouse. And then when they give you a ticket like in Trelawney and you have to go to Trelawney courthouse, that don't make no sense.
Find a decent lawyer and fight it. It's cheaper.
And the lawyer going to cost more money. Tap it. Stop it.
But I understand the principle of it, and I agree with you. And usually I resort to that, especially if I know that I shouldn't.
Because you can't afford it. Not everybody can afford it. Because you can afford it.
Somebody have to stand up for
Okay,
something at some
I'm going
point.
to do a training session for people for them to represent themselves. I'm going to do that. And how to represent you before the traffic court in Jamaica. I'm going to get it done.
All right, that's good. That would be
If
nice for the
parents
people.
come to Jamaica
Teach
for
them stuff.
they must take this course, yes.
And please don't base it on Trelawney. Base it on the Antillean Island, okay?
Yeah, we're a different breed. The officers are respectful and they stick to the law in Jamaica. Well trained. Just Celia is correct. If they know you, you are treated differently. Happens all the time with my hubby. His brother was a cop and he stopped. The first question they would ask if he was related to his brother.
Yeah. Me drive car down there and them recognize the car and they say, I go on, boss. Yeah, all right.
And you're right.
You know, but I understand sometimes it works in your best favor because you're upon a hurry sometimes. But it's still not right. You know what I mean? It's not right at all. We need to live by the law, the way the law is.
No, the law is fair because I've seen video where people show, like I saw a video where the person put on their indicator. They have the camera. No, everybody have their camera now in their cars. And the person had on their indicator going around the bend. Once they turn, the indicator comes off. And the officer who is around the corner that cannot see anything pulled the person over and said they did not have on their indicator and giving them a ticket.
That's enforcement.
So in
it's different from the law itself.
Yeah, but see nothing. But in a right ticket.
Right.
So the person video. Go court, go fight you. Pay. No, show your video and fight it.
But you know, no video. My point is,
the person had a video in their car. Like people are traveling with videos now in their car. So he had the video to show what happened. Like he showed that he had on it. You hear the sound of it. You hear him go around the car. And the officer was a little down and say, heavy, and pull him over. Even though he said it was on. So he has to fight that. He can't.
What's the expectation there? What's the expectation there? What are we going to get out of it? What do you think that when he goes to court and he fights it, what do you think will happen?
Justice. Oh no, it'll be thrown out.
But that's just for him though, right?
No, but it's a principle that policeman won't try that foolishness with somebody.
How do you know? Because he's not going to be there defending that.
No, but he might very well think twice before him do it again because he knows.
Exactly. And the thing is that, and addition to that, a lot of people now are equipping themselves with cameras because they know what these officers are doing.
Look at camera
now. Misunderstand what I ask.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I am saying the guy will get away when he goes to court.
He's not get away. He has to break the law.
No, okay. He will get off that case and let's say never pay any fee. One, him wasting time go to court. Two, want to know what is it the implications are for the police officer and the laws and how it implies the laws.
No, he's not going to get cited for being a nuisance. The police officer is not going to get cited for being
That's my point.
There's no consequence on his side.
There's none. All you do is just save yourself $20.
Next time him have to make sure saying write a better ticket that can stick and the government can.
But he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
This is how I see it. I guess this is my interpretation of your question, and this is how I see it. If an officer in executing his duty is not doing it accurately, he's not abiding. He's not abiding by the law. The officer. He's basically saying this person broke the law that did not break the law. If this person goes to court and show what the police go do, what court go say, yeah, in turn, and he never have an indicator when the person clearly have proof that he did. So that officer is a liar right there. We can't trust that officer. So now what the officer go do, he's going to be more careful and he's going to abide by the rules, right?
My point to you is, where is that follow through? Are you saying to me that if an officer writes 15 tickets today, that he's going to have to go to court to defend each of those 15 tickets?
They have to appear. Usually they have to appear. That's
No,
all
no,
there is.
no, 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 no.
Not all
No,
of them.
no, no.
They don't have to
No,
go
no,
on
no,
all of
no,
them
no.
unless the people
No, no,
don't
no.
pay the
So who
ticket.
gonna get the evidence?
No,
So
no,
you
no.
gonna
When you
say
don't
what?
pay the ticket, because some tickets say that you are to pay a fine of X. And
Yeah.
I will look at it and say, well, artist, $4,000 is a fine. So I'm going
Right.
just to pay the $4,000 and
Right.
not go to court.
Right.
But I, like that man might say, but I have my video evidence to the contrary. And so I'm opting not to pay it, and I will go to court on the date because they indicate that. But I don't know, it's something that the individual just has to decide, what is it worth to me. The principle
Yeah, it
is what is important. And the principle from the motorist side, I like the fact that he decided to go to court on it.
There you
The
go.
truth is that there is not much of a consequence for the
For the
policeman,
police. No.
excepting
Well,
that
they
he
need
has
to
to
make
turn up for
consequence
court
for
for
them.
it. But there's no consequence. Nobody not fining him for writing a bad
That's
ticket.
right.
And
That's
probably
right.
that's what we need to
Well,
get
if
the
you're
That is my
writing a
point.
bad ticket,
fine.
if you're writing a bad ticket, I hope the JCF would say something is wrong because it's
And that's where
costing
the
us
word
money.
is, Michelle, in the hope.
that is my point, Diana. Thank you so much. That is my
Because
point.
I hope that we said this man is costing us money. Something is wrong. Man, let's get rid of
And
it.
still having job. Listen, once you have a police, once you have a civil servant job at Jamaica, you're not losing. They might have take him and put him in an office and still get him paid, right? So it don't really make no difference.
Okay, John said, hey Leo, how are the police in St. Mary?
Me not telling you nothing about the police at St. Mary. I don't know if
Nobody not charge him and said Mary no get locked up because they know him.
Ah, there you go.
And then he
Just-
must quarrel about Michelle.
Exactly. Josephine said, how do you handle a tragic stop if you are a foreigner and you don't, and you know you are in the right with no time to go to the court?
Don't try to enforce your rights. Don't try to.
No, don't tell people that.
to
Always
insist on your
stand
rights.
up for your rights.
Don't insist on your rights. Go to
Always.
court.
Yeah. Okay,
Go-
all right.
go to court.
Diana said, remember once Michelle, while on honeymoon in Jamaica, Ocho Rios had a conversation with a cop. He asked us to buy him lunch. We did it, cracking up laughing. Spousal surprise, I took it in stride. Told my Grammy when we returned, she said, beggy, Jamaican cop. Paulus said, the officer could also retaliate against the person. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of them retaliating.
I remember the attorney who came on here. He said, do not insist on your rights. You know.
Not there.
Huh?
Go to court, not
Go to court and insist. Yes. Don't do it in front of them.
argue with them.
No, argue with
Lorna
them.
said,
You have to try to look right, so because they're trying to waste the time. So
why sometimes you see them
Yes,
cuss them out
it's
to
good,
see?
yeah, but sometimes you just have to try to shame them out into
Mhm.
giving you back your rights.
Oh my God, sometimes
Me
you still
not shame no policeman no gun in front of me. Give me my ticket. I'll be a quiet
No,
mouse.
and I don't mean shaming them. I just shame them into giving you back to recognizing that, look here, what you're doing is wrong. It's not consistent with my rights, you know?
That not sound right though, Dan, because you're shame somebody in front of.
No, but it's
with
not
wrong
like
gun.
I don't mean shaming to embarrass them, but shame is probably a wrong word to do. You're
Okay.
trying to appeal to them. You're appealing for your rights.
Okay.
officer, me I beg you. Me I beg you.
Yes,
That
right.
is
Let me
good.
go, man.
That is good. Let me go, man. Show your boys some virgin. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes
Give me-
then
give me
just feel shame
give me a
after
blind.
it's hard, you know?
Give me a blind. Give me a blind.
Give me a
Shame on
pass,
you.
Give me a
man.
blind. Yeah, give me a blind.
I say like Leah can say, you know, say, me the chairman.
You never say
That's work. Anytime you want to come a foreign man, just come man.
Come check me. Come check me. Right. Okay.
That's
What am I tell nobody say this? Coming out. Well, tapping. Don't tell nobody say this is not. That's just lie. That's a big lie.
People are call up Leo saying we can get visa. Leo say that's for man, we can get
No,
visa.
sir.
visa,
No,
man.
no,
I look at work. Come man. Come. Good morning. Lorna said, good morning, guys. Healthy discussion. In the 70s, we need 4 to 6 O-level to work as a clerical officer in Jamaica office. Now they need a college degree to do the same job. I have a problem with politicians in Jamaica. They keep going up for re-election without improving themselves educationally or by representing the people. We need qualified people to be our representative.
You know,
I
John
like that
says,
perspective. I like that. And we should
back in the
probably
days,
ask what would you think the minimum qualification should be for a member of parliament in terms, what should that qualification at minimum be?
but I
and they
think
can't be
necessarily
any.
need a college
They can't.
degree.
They can't be. They can't be any. They
Yeah, I don't
can't
think
be
you
any
necessarily need a
minimum.
college
No,
degree.
they can't. Me not agree with it being.
What the reader is saying, what our guest is saying is that you have to get, in order to get a little job, you need a first degree. Why
No,
shouldn't our
no, no, no,
MPs
no,
have a degree?
no,
I,
no,
I,
no,
I,
no,
I
no, no, no,
disagree
no,
because
no,
you
no.
can have the passion, but what I do agree with her
No,
is
I
they
agree with
should
her.
constantly be training. They should
No,
be
they must come with
educating
at least a
themselves.
first degree. I agree with her. We're asking our teachers to have something. And these people are managing our welfare and our existence. And they don't even understand how to treat with the law, except
Let
in
me
whatever
let
they
me let me
remember
say
somebody
this.
point them out. They need.
Let me say this. You are saying to me that if I just leave high school and I'm doing a damn good job of representing my community and doing everything in my community to make my people them better,
Yes.
right? And the people them see where I could be a good MP and I should go up to be an MP, go and become an MP, that you are going to stop me from being an MP because I don't have a college degree? No, man.
Well,
Something
Leo,
is wrong with that.
let me tell you, two
No,
things
no,
should
no. I'm not
stop
agree
you.
with that at
Let
all.
me tell you, two things should stop you. I am proposing that you should have some formal training to prepare you for it. But more than anything else, what is going to stop you is the fact that the sitting MP, son or daughter, want the work and you not get it.
No. Hold on. You're saying that the people them love me in the community. Me leave high school, me have 4 passes, and I am able to go out into my community and do things in my community, become successful, and the people them love me, and them say, go run for MP. Me put my money in there to go run. You're saying that they won't allow me to
No,
do
the head
No,
gonna come
Leo.
down and say, no, you can't. I see it
No,
happen.
you're
They
not
go
going,
say, no,
you're not
we
going
get
to
one
make it.
position.
The best that you're going to
Yeah, they
do
go
is
get
to
one
run
next
as a
position.
counselor round the corner right there. So, but the MP work is not for you, for
Exactly.
you too little bright and bright
It
and
happen all the time.
bright and
It happen
forward.
all the time. It happen all the
And
time. People
I
say,
guess somebody like Buster Mantle should not have been a prime minister of Jamaica.
No, am I right? What you talking about?
John said, on another note, Leo, I had a wonderful visit with Miss Brown in 2017, all on video.
Who's Miss Brown?
Miss Brown.
No, your teacher.
Me no know no Brown.
Remind us, John, who is Miss Brown.
What
Diana
John say?
says, here some cops do not bother going to court. It's either throw out off you, pay a lesser fine with no points lost. I remember my teen years driving. I used to get a speeding ticket every month, went to court, won them all, cop didn't show up in court. Sandra said Leo should have no bad experience with police in Jamaica. Everybody should know him by now. May I tell you? John says, we are very polite when stopped by police and customs and immigration.
Thank
It
you.
always work, trust me.
Absolutely. If you give them a smile and say something nice to them, their response is going to be nice. But if you go there with a screw face, that trust me, them can screw worse on you. See Diana right about.
Yeah, BF says, Michelle keeps saying that the cops in Trelawney are well trained. Do the cops get different training? The better question should be, how do they make a force a lot better on how they could the Trelawney cops help the system? Well, they keep transferring the leaders, but I think it has to do with the leader, the person that's in charge, and what he demands.
Hey, no, listen to Michelle. Yeah. No, listen to Michelle.
No,
Okay?
listen.
Don't listen to Michelle.
They set it tone. If you have a good management or set it tone, of course, if police them, if they know they can't get away with certain things, they're not going to do it under their leader, right? But
Right.
Don't take on Michelle. Don't take on Michelle.
The leadership.
The leadership, man. We have good leaders, and they always transfer our leaders. They always. Lorna said Buster was okay then. No, it wouldn't work for him.
No, I see what you're saying. So there's a selection process. Even though you want to become, somebody is going to select you and say, no, you're not bright enough. You right? Is that what you're saying?
They don't necessarily say you're not bright enough. They're just saying you're not the fit for it. Because they have area leaders.
That is no, it must be that I'm not bright enough. It must be.
You're not.
It can't be. Because if the people them love me.
And a college degree make you bright.
If the people them love me, hold on. If the people them love me and them sure that they will vote for me and me have the kind of support when we want many people to run, why can't I run?
But it's not the people that matter. It's not the people that matter.
So what are you saying to me? What are you saying to me?
Leo, degree no mean you're smart.
So Annie, you're saying that I can't pay my $100 to go run for office in Jamaica?
Yes, you can go pay your $100, but which party you going to run for? You
can't run independent like the rest of man.
So the party is going to choose. They're going to choose who?
Yeah.
That's what I asked. There's a selection process.
Yeah, sometimes
you can still run. Not stop it from running. Like me, no, I can go run because I have to go run as an independent. But I don't.
You can't have an independent prime minister. That don't make any sense.
Yes. You know that the prime minister don't necessarily have to come from the party or even be an elected member of parliament. You know that?
We never know that.
Mm. Well, we
have
a lot to learn so that we can know.
I thought that
able to muster sufficient support from them to vote me to say, okay, yes.
No, I thought that the president of the party.
Oh, yes. I forgot Barbados. That's why I go in Barbados.
Thank you very much. We're not a republic. We're not a republic.
I go into Barbados.
Yeah, we're not a republic. We are a system of, yes, thank you so much.
Well, yeah, you can go run for St. Mary. Go run for MP.
You know what I want to run for? I want to run for what the Eastern is. There's Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. Sorry, I want to run for Surrey. That's what I want to run for. Sorry.
But we don't have nobody run for Surrey. What do you mean run for Surrey?
Well, we don't have no luck.
You will represent.
In a running race.
What's the purpose of Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey? What's the purpose of it?
It was good for the English people while they were here to divide up the land for them brother and sister.
Oh, okay, so we need to get rid of it.
You know, serve no purpose.
It serve no purpose. All right. Just check
it. Tanya said education is not everything. A degree is not needed. That is true. But as I was saying earlier, I do believe that once these people are in MPs, councillor, they need to be educated about, how things work, how things function, and even the law itself, because they're really not familiar with much.
Is there such a thing called onboarding?
So why don't you educate them before and make sure they have a political science degree and a full understanding of what politics and public service is?
I think what is necessary is that once you become an MP, once you win your election, you're supposed to go into a period of orientation. Yes, I think
but when I apply for a job at the bank, I have to come with my degree and my qualification, and I still have to go through orientation. So why can't the politicians be required to come with a first degree, at least in politics?
They're not applying for a job. They're not applying for a job.
And then
they're not applying for a job.
But it is a job.
But it's not. They're not applying for a
job than the teacher. They're going to determine the fate. They are going to determine the fate of the teachers. They are determined what.
We're not applying for a job. We're running for an election.
Look, no, I'm feeling very hurt. When you have a minister of education who is going to determine that all students, in order to become a teacher, have to have X qualification to matriculate into school, and them never even have nothing to make that the decision for me, that's not equitable.
Well, who tell us if we put them in a that? Who tell us if we put them in a education?
but I'm just saying anywhere.
That's the problem. Like most of
we have the ability.
We have the ability. Not even know it works.
The whole reason why we have two houses. The whole reason why we have two houses, right?
I don't have two houses. I have one house here. What are you talking about?
The whole reason why we have. All right. The whole reason why we have the Senate and the Parliament is so that you can appoint persons who are of qualification.
But they only appoint
become ministers from the Senate. they can become ministers from the Senate. You know,
Listen
a
to
minister.
me.
Listen, we don't have to use the MPs as ministers, you know. We can choose ministers from the society by putting them into the Senate.
But
Make them
usually
ministers.
the appointments to the Senate, you will have 1 and 2 bright people, 3 or 4 bright ones in there. And then the others are because them belong
They
to this
know
or them belong to
nothing.
that. Them
All
not
them
with
want to
no
them to come vote.
qualification.
Most people think that just because you're an MP, you have to be a minister. That's not true. Just because you're an MP, you don't have to be a minister. You can be you're just an MP for that area, and you sit in the Prime Minister's office with some kind of responsibility, and you get paid as an MP, and you represent your people. But a minister is another kind of role that you can pull from the Senate. Put bright people in the Senate and pull them.
Well, they are bright people, not like they're duns. They are bright.
I didn't say that they are. I will not put this bright thing in my head.
Okay, it's that they're not knowledgeable with what they're
No, I
the
think that the
that
more
they're
knowledgeable and competent people are in the Senate. What we
Yes.
have now are far more competent and knowledgeable people. For them, don't have no time to run up and down and promise people this and promise them
Absolutely,
that.
absolutely.
That's why them get into the Senate, the bright
Yeah,
people in the Senate.
So just
Yeah,
because you're an MP, you don't have to be a minister.
Yeah, but I really think the MP should be literally just staying and working in
I'm
their
working in the community.
Yes,
Absolutely.
and
agree
figuring
with
out
that.
what is
Yeah.
needed and what needs to be done.
And they
That's
should
That's
where
why we have 2 houses.
constituency, and they should live there, and they should be from there.
exactly.
That's why the
Born
Senate
and
is the,
bred.
that's why the Senate is the upper house. The Senate is the upper house because they want people who are ministers from the Senate to pull from the Senate and put in it because they know that.
Oh, so
you know
I
that-
just go to the Senate then.
yeah, just go to the Senate and get them and get the people them. That's the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
because especially some of these new MPs don't know what their duties are.
Okay,
No,
so
that's
there are
not
people.
good.
There are people who are from the community and they need to represent their community.
Some of
Exactly,
them.
that's what they need
Some
to
of
be.
That's
them.
it. Once you put them
Some
into
of them. Some of
Yeah,
them
man.
is an entitlement, and them father, them
Once-
mother, them brother.
Hey, listen,
Our husband.
the minister, what the minister does, look at a national thing. Their portfolio now becomes national. When you say a minister, that means them looking at the entire nation to make decisions for the entire nation.
Exactly.
An MP make decisions for his
Constituency.
constituency.
Yeah, and they go and they
Okay.
lobby for their constituents.
Okay.
They don't need to get caught up in all these other things.
Right.
Just for
We
them
need
to
a republic.
focus
We need
on.
a republic.
That's the problem because we are making MPs into ministers who don't have the abilities to run the nation. They come up
That's why you
running their
should make them
community.
MP in the first place, for them lack the core competencies, and they should come with a minimum requirement of having a first degree. I can't teach without having my degree. Them can't run for MP.
Do you
We
do
should
you
allow ourselves to continue to be subjected by ignorant, uneducated, and untrained.
do you recognize that the Senate is called the upper house and the parliament is called the lower house?
They said about 50 times in a one minute.
I just want people to understand the difference between the Senate, which is not a body of electors, of people who have been elected, but rather people who have been appointed. It's an upper house. They say upper. Same thing in England. The upper house is the Senate.
Except though in England, we
Let's
can't
see some
bring England
comments.
down to us, because when we appoint up in the upper house, we don't even look at the upper character and credibility and competencies that should
right.
come. We look at association, affiliations, and who
Yes.
knows
Yeah.
and loyalty. So
Yes.
you're still back to square one.
Right now, that's the way it is, but it's not supposed to be. The idea is to get people who are competent in the various areas. All right?
Let's read some comments.
Yes.
Tanya said education is not everything. Philip said, I was born in Ulster Spring Hospital. I didn't even know they had a hospital. John says, Miss Brown, who lived to be 117 years old, please extend to this show
Miss V. Aunt V you're talking about.
entertaining.
What's Tranchilani? That's
Yeah, Diana says, Leo, Diana said, Leo, Michelle just give you the look, meaning in Leo.
Me see it. I saw it, but me not me ignore it. Me see it.
I was
Thank you,
thinking,
Dana. Thank you, Dana. Thank you.
Says it's public service. Ethlyn says, all areas in politics should have an official person that have expertise in that area. Enough of medical doctor being minister for agriculture and go on a farm yet and so on. That is true. Donna said, do you ever listen to some of politicians speaking in parliament? Leo, when they put you in, you have to work and let the electorate see you are a good representative. Yeah, that is true. When I listen to them, sometimes I'm like, I have to turn it off. It's not.
Guess why? Guess why? Because they're members of their. They are members of their community. The people who are ministers are different.
No, they have no
Oh, you go take people. Yeah, you take people from a local community and say you run the whole nation, and then have the training.
You can tell that things are rehearsed by how they speak, and I can tell that they're going to hit A, B, C, D, and how they go on this high rank and go on this low. Like you could tell, like it's a one speechwriter writing all these speeches. That I can literally tell.
Hey Dina, I'm gonna look for the other look what she'll give me in a few minutes, okay?
Tanya said you have people with degree and no common sense. That is true. Degree not make you a man or smarter than anybody. VM says so true, Prime Minister. VM said, oh, they come for Canada. Eslin said a pure family around Jamaica politics. That is true. Eslin said, yes, Diana, you hit it on the nail on the head. Enough of family politics. Tanya said there is right and wrong. Talk to the people. See what is needed for the people to live a better life. Sandra Sterling said, not feeling well, but seeing and listening to you all made me feel a little better. Love you all.
Dr. Leo. Yes, Dr. Leo. Yes, Sandy. We take care of you this morning. We have some comments on YouTube. Andrea says politicians should also face performance appraisals. Why are they not made accountable for the work that they're doing? Andrea also says, notice that a lot of MPs don't even live anywhere near the communities that they are serving. This should not be allowed to happen. Sharon said, this is why we end up with what we have. Incompetent MPs who are what is about promoted, likely to get promoted. And then,
not all MPs are incompetent. So I just want to be clear. There are a few good ones that are.
The ones in Trelawney are competent.
Trelawney is a different breed. Let's not mention Trelawney.
Get that look in Leo.
The Speaker of the House, who is a Westwoodite,
That's what we said. We'll get the look in a minute.
I don't know how the Speaker of the House could come from Westwood and
she has shut down
and do that dumping.
Yes.
I don't understand that.
Shut down the thing. Shut down the
thing. Not consistent with the
absolutely with being Westwoodites. Yes.
Westwood would never dump garbage.
Not at all.
Stand up for what is fair and just always. Alisa said tree. Well, tree. Alisa, a tree.
But let me just enlighten her a little bit more. We are playing on the word tree to mean three, but also tree to suggest growth and potential for growth and shelter and somewhere for people to come to be educated and engaged and informed. How is that?
Yes, thank you very much, Diana. That's what I love Diana. She always help me out. Lord! I tell you,
that is true.
Don't mess with our Prime Minister. Don't mess with. I am the MP. Prime Minister. On this panel, I am the MP who represent my people. We don't talk English. We talk Patois.
I will get that position. Did we vote on that, Leon?
Self-imposed.
He's self-appointed.
Dr. Dunn, who left from Canada and was not even a citizen, so entitled.
It's nice though. I'm so glad that you guys are involved in this conversation because it's an important one. Diana, I agree with you. You need at least a first degree even to work in the most privately owned organizations, and that's true. I understand it enough. But I'm just saying that we are taking people who are community people, like local government type personnel, and say, I'm giving you a national title, minister, so that you can go out and be the minister of agriculture, or minister of education, or minister of whatever, and they don't have the competency, right? And so what we need to do is to use the upper house, what is meant for, put people in there who can represent and make them ministers. You know, make them ministers.
Yeah.
Take a person who has gone the ranks of going through the teaching ranks and made it into a principal and made it into tertiary level education, become somebody, and put them in the house, or upper house, and say, this person understand what it means to be a teacher. This person understand what it means to be a principal.
Who was the Minister of Education? Was it Will Reed?
At one point, yes.
At one point, yes. Yeah. But,
I remember Mr. Was it Whiteman? That was
Burchell Whiteman.
He was in the education field. He was
good. He was good.
And then you can go way back to Edwin Allen,
Yes.
That was a man from the community who wasn't particularly well educated, but he understood education, the need for education, and what his constituents needed. So he was a kind of a Leo MP who bright, people love him, committed to his community, and they made him Minister of Education. He knew his stuff.
Is he from? Is Edwin Allen? I'm being very honest now. The question. Yes. Is he from Clarendon?
Yes, he's from Clarendon. Hold on. Which is why you have Edwin Allen High School, because he started,
yeah. Okay.
He started the
She's not being biased.
Not being biased. And I had the privilege of as a little girl meeting him.
I'm kidding. I know.
I know you're pulling my leg. That's
Ethelyn says, okay, Diana said, Prime Minister Diana. Devon Allen said, Northwest St. Elizabeth need a new MP. I don't even know who is the MP for that.
Devon, better run down there.
That was Mr. Wright, isn't it? That was Mr. Wright.
Well, Devon, I forgot run down there. Whoever it is,
put your hat in the ring.
Yeah,
Devon.
13 Devon.
Ethelyn says, exactly, Leo, educator for education minister. That is true. John said, lots of politicians in Jamaica really need a lesson in English 101. Garbage in, garbage out speaker. Let's vote for Leo for president of the Republic.
Jesus Christ!
That is true. That is good. But it is true, they need to be educated along, like I know, like as attorneys, we have to do like trainings. Like we always have to be training, knowing what's changed in the law. Like similar, that I think the MPs should be doing that too, because they're not really familiar with a lot of stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, as a leader, you're delegating responsibility. Yeah, I really think that you have the ultimate responsibility, not power, the ultimate responsibility to put the right people in the right place. And you have to do your homework. And it don't matter what kind of flack you're going to get from people. It don't matter what kind of things that people are going to say because you never do this and you never do that. You have to do the right thing. And the right thing is doing your homework and saying, this person will do a good job here because so and so and so and so. That's the way it's supposed to go. You know what? If you're a leader, you're going to make decisions that are not very popular. And because if you make the decisions that are popular, they're going to come back and haunt you and bite you in your butt all day long. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, and the sad part is like I remember, like sometimes politicians do make decisions that I think is in the best interest. Like I remember the former MP for Trelawney, Victor Wright, like his decision was to focus on education, like doing training programs, doing CXC for children who couldn't afford it, like pay for them doing. I thought it was best program, like educating the masses. And the people at North Trelawney rejected that they had a problem. That's not what they wanted. They wanted the road to be fixed.
Absolutely, and
they rejected him.
That's what the MP is for, is to listen to the people in the community and make a decision. The national minister have a different role, but the MP himself needs to listen to the people and do what the people say, because the only way I'm going to get re-elected is if him do what the multitude of people them say. That's it.
Yeah.
And that is probably unfortunate, because the truth is that there should be an overarching policy at the government level to address food, roadways, and security.
It shouldn't be on
And
him.
It's a national plan.
Have a responsibility. It shouldn't have to be the one held at ransom because the roads are not fixed. It shouldn't be the MP.
Yeah.
The MP is to build the capacity and the competence of his constituents.
Absolutely.
You know?
Exactly,
But-
to make us a
but there's
force
a-
to be reckoned with.
There's a possibility that he doesn't have the money
He didn't have
that
the
was dispersed. You know,
That's
he
why he
doesn't have the
didn't
money.
have the power. It wasn't in his hand to
Money to fix
allot
roads.
Not the
money.
money.
It was not in his power to say, all right, I'm approving this money. He had no authority. But to the people,
Well, the
they were
MP does have some parochial authority. He does get
they
money.
get the
from stuff.
money.
Yeah,
They don't
man,
go to
he's-
him. No,
He probably
remember
don't get the
I said
money, but he
Parliament
does
have
have
to
the
approve
authority.
it. Parliament have to approve the money and them have to disperse
Exactly.
it.
Yes. That's
They
what I'm
have to
saying.
analyze
But-
it in petition fee, they approve, but they have to give
Okay.
out the money. Then NWA
Right.
have to
Have to come
approve
and
the
do the
work
Right.
Mhm.
and get it done. So you really not have no power over that.
But you know what? It's 11:56, and we have to say,
Oh, let's finish up our comments and
yes,
say
please. Yes.
bye. Devon said too much friending. That's why we can't get anywhere. Sir MP think they can buy their way every time there's an election. We don't know. People just need to be smarter then. Thank everyone for tuning in. I hope you had a lovely Saturday morning. Still raining here in Jacksonville. Still cold, unfortunately, not Jamaica. And I'm going to wrap up back in my bed. I don't know what you're all gonna do for the rest of your day, but if it's sunny out, go enjoy the day and have fun. And we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Oh, you know, by the way, Tuesday night, I'm having Dr. O'Neill Pike, and he's gonna talk about two things. He's gonna talk about men's issues, prostate, and we're gonna talk about diabetes. We're gonna have a full show on men's issue and diabetic issues. So come with the
Okay,
question.
prostate is a big thing. Yeah.
All right. So
Oh, can I bring questions too?
yes, you can, because I'm sure you have some prostate issues that you're dealing with too. So bring
Yeah, I'm not a man. So no.
it. You say you want questions. You say
Well, I don't have no prostate issues either, to Leo, just so that we're quite clear, but I will have questions because I want to know how diabetes impacts the male functions, or how prostate
you can ask me that. You can ask me that. Ask me that.
May I ask if I know no doctor? But it was good being here. Thank you so much, guests, all our guests online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Thanks for your questions and your active participation. It's always a pleasure being here. I see you on Tuesday night. Walk good. Keep safe, Michelle. Yes, it's bright and sunny out here, and I think I'm gonna hit the beach now.
Oh, nice. Jealous? While Leah looks so,
Thanks.
be happy.
Come off my phone. Come off my phone. Beach sounds very nice. Oh my God, fish. Oh my God, fish. Steamed fish with okra.
And steam bami.
And bami. You know,
Ice
you know,
cold
like what
red
the
stripe
bami, you know,
beer.
like what the bami, when the steam inside of the fish, inside of the steam.
Yes. And
And
a
then the
nice
bami come
cold
out
ice red
Gummy
stripe beer.
and nice and gummy. Ooh, and right, yeah. Have a nice day, people. We'll talk to you Tuesday night again.